Hello and welcome back. Here we have our standard Slayer exciter. Current input is 100 milliamps and our voltage should be 6 volts, as you can see. And our Slayer exciter probably will be working just fine, which it is. Okay, today I want to demonstrate this and see what you think. This is a piezoelectric module, just a little module. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to attach our little diodes in our normal configuration as such. And I'm going to demonstrate the piezoelectric generator picking up or generating voltage. So I'll do that first. I'll be back. And so I've got our voltage on DC. DC 20 volts, and what I'm going to do, there we go, we've got it all ready. I'm just going to hold it up here, hold it up there, and you can see that we have, I think it's 4 volts there, 5 volts there, but on average it's about 6 volts, which would make sense, that's a 6 volt input. So it's rectifying it quite well. The other thing is, if I touch it or earth it, that will increase, as you can see, 13 volts there, although it just really doesn't want to focus. There we go. So I'm going to earth it, and you'll see, earth it with my finger, and you'll see that number jump up. Isn't that interesting? 15 volts there. So I'll just earth it to our ground earth and see how much we get out of it. And here I've grounded it via this yellow cable, as you can see, to there, and just sitting there, look, it's picking up 9-10 volts. That's fantastic. If I lift it up, that will climb. As you can see, it's picking it up, and whoop, now we're going into the too high territory. Hang on a second, I'll just switch it to 200. So you can see 10 volts, 16, 20, 26 volts, 28 volts, 29 volts. So it's rectifying to 30 volts approximately there, 35 volts. So it's a very low current from what I can gather, but what I think is happening is that little piezoelectric module there is not only rectifying so it is rectifying half, because of the diodes, a half wave rectification of the high voltage, high frequency output of the Tesla coil, which is sensational. So what I'm going to do now is I'll attach, that's beautiful, I'll attach a LED to this and we'll see it work. And there is our little LED connected, and I'll just hold it by the base there, and you can see the LED is shining quite well. Now you could argue that the LED is actually has circumvented the piezoelectric generator and is actually picking up the power itself. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to probably take that LED off and connect something else like a little motor. Well, to do a practical demonstration, I decided to actually use a dead short method. So I've got it on the 20 milliamp range, and we can see that actually it's just sitting there, picking it up ambiently, producing 4.8 milliamps. If I lift up our earthed, it's still earthed, remember, our earthed Peltier device, we can see that it's gone up to 14 milliamps in the sweet zone, 15 milliamps. So quite an effective little doobly-wacky, 18 milliamps, 19, 20 milliamps, or is that 2? I'm not sure actually. But anyway, it's a practical demonstration to show you that it's actually, the Peltier device is working, and it's actually rectifying the high frequency, high voltage, and producing a half wave, if you like, and also some current. And so just for reference, you can see currently 4.8 volts just sitting there ambiently. I'll just lift that up and we'll see that go up to 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12 volts, 14 volts, 12 volts. It came out of the earth. I'll just whack that back in. But yes, you can see that 18, it's above 20 volts there. Hang on, I'll just lift that, go to 200, 23, 40 volts. So as you can see, quite a lot. And now we have that little circuit on there, and look, it does do something, but not much. You can see it's 3.2 volts. If I lift it up close, you can see 3.8, 3.9, 4 volts, and the light comes on because it's resonating, but that's about it. And as you can see, I've now got it on the microamps, 200 microamps. So it's about half a milliamp there. If I lift it up, it's got about 1 milliamp. Here I've got it on the milliamp scale. You can see half a milliamp. If I lift it up, you can see just over 1.2 milliamps, as opposed to the Piezo. The Piezo at the microamps is 400 microamps there, resting. If I lift it up, that goes up very quickly and is over 1 milliamp there. So we'll just go to the milliamp scale, and there we go, resting at half a milliamp. I'm lifting it up, as you can see, and we've got 1.6, 1.7, almost 2 milliamps, 1.9, 2 just over 2 milliamps there, that it's rectifying. So I hope that sort of helps. It's doing something, it's resonating somehow. But yes, I wonder if you'd put a resistor across there, if you'd get a better result, if you're able to control the amount of vibration or get it closer to our exciter there. That would be interesting. Okay, thanks for watching. And there we go, it's just lighting a little LED, quite a ways from our Slayer or Tesla tower. So, does it work? Yep. And just as a bonus, I thought I would show you this. There is our unit, but this is our Tesla coil. And that seems to be working quite well. It's drawing very little current. And our systems, yeah, that's going quite good. So there you go. That's got an iron rod, I think it's out of radio actually. And I've got about 20 windings there, and I've got, oh gee, a couple hundred windings under there. But that's working quite well. See? You don't have to be constrained to monstrosities like that. You can have a crack at little stuff as well. Yep, so, all right, catch you guys.